Get the water, get the water, get the water, get the water. The water. What's frying?
No turning back now.
Hold up. Hey, what's up everybody? So we just got back from No Name Nationals. I'm motivated. I swear it's when you go to that place, it's like a kickstart back into the YouTube car game because you see all your buddies and you get all motivated to get home and finish projects. I swear it's pretty uplifting experience. We got back, got everything all squared away around here, got unpacked, got the old beep beep back in the garage. And I wanted to turn my attention back to the build, the 70 Coronet 500 build series. If you haven't seen those videos, they're somewhere down there. Check those out if you want to get familiar or invested in this car. Got the 440 in last we left off. I have the points distributor that I was waiting for. I got the plug wires back on. Got one of the belts on. My biggest concern here is probably to prime this engine. I'm hearing so many different things about this comp cam in here, and I heard if she isn't lubed up real good, it's a no bueno. So we are going to turn her like a quarter at a time. I'm gonna stick the rod down in the down into the oil pump. I'm gonna turn that thing till I start seeing oil come up on the gauge, up onto the rockers. I'm gonna turn the crank another quarter inch. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do that probably about, I don't know, 3 times. I might go and cycle this engine. I want this thing to be completely primed up. I don't want no flat cams, no issues, stuff like that. That's all we need right now. Anyway, that's the story. That's the back brief. Here we go. One thing I need to do is just connect this ground back up to the distributor ground. And I think I'm just going to put a plug, like a electrical plug on it, so I can just disconnect it and get it up out of here. Because this is not, if you followed me on this build, this is not the distributor I'm using. We're going to be putting and you guys know this, Sniper Hyperspark EFI on this car. This is just break-in stuff. So I got the wires just kind of going all over. You know, I'm pretty sure I got them in the right order. I had to redo them. This was set up for the 383. And then I had to pull it all apart, all my nice work on that 383, and then redo it with the 440. So, took all that off. Now I'm just gonna put this on. I think one of the biggest things I gotta do too today is play musical cars. I gotta get this to the bay side again. I gotta get the beep beep over here so she's out of the way, so I can get this thing up and down on the lift. See if I can push this bad boy without getting a four-wheeler. Got a little bit of a downhill slope here. Hopefully I don't take the camera out. I have a feeling this is gonna need a four-wheeler. This thing's a beast. I get it past this wall here. There we go. Ow. Man, being alone and unafraid, man. Being alone sometimes sucks. Whew, we're in. I love that four-wheeler. Can you believe that thing was about to go to the scrapyard? I mean, it don't have like 3 gears, but it's great for around here. There was a gentleman on YouTube comments that was asking me, he said you had a 70, if you're following this build again, this one's for you. You had a 70 Coronet and you wanted to know my tire size, the wheel size on this thing. I'm sorry, I couldn't get to you on my comments, and now it's so far down I can't figure out where it is. Anyway, let's walk around. Let me show you the wheel size on this bad boy. Alright, so the front, Larry's got the P235 slash, you see that? 60 R15s, and these are Starfire GTs. Let me show you the back real quick before it goes up in the air. So on the back, he's got the Firestone Firehawks. And he has got the 255/70 R15s, and that's what he's rocking. That's what makes this thing look so good. So he's got the fatties in the back and the little Starfire GTs up front. I think you hit me up probably before No Names and I was running around here frantic. Anyway, that's for you. That's the tire size. Let's keep on rolling. What I want to do is get this valve cover off both sides, and then we could start priming up this engine and maybe be able to turn her over. I think I'm just going to hook my tack up. I should be able to try to fire her up. I don't think I got anything hindering me that I could think of right now. Well, all the washers fell down, so that's good. I'm going to mark the way this intermediate shaft is going. If you look down in there, I don't know if you guys... Oh, one of my wires came out. You mother fricker. Of course it did. If you look down in there, which you can't really see, the intermediate shaft is facing like a screwdriver slot, about right there. So if I could drop it in, back in there, so it's about the same way, and then all my timing will be right. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is, I probably should have done this weeks ago. I mean, this car's only been sitting here for like 3 weeks without me messing with it. I could at least hook the tack up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook the tack up, so I know how fast I got this motor spun up. I'm going to try to get her around like 2800 and just let her sit there for a while. Then I'll slowly back her down. Try to do this for about 20 minutes, I think. It's a good cam braking, maybe 30. I don't remember. It's been a while since I broke one in. But I think right around there I'll be fine. Then what we'll do is we'll change the oil. And if I could ever get a drive shaft for this thing, I like a driver with the drive shaft that's in it, but it's short, as you guys seen in the last video below somewhere. So when it's short like that, I don't want to drive fast, because all I need is some problems. I'm not saying fast, I should say I don't want to get crazy, like neutral drops or reverse and then throw it down into one real quick. Nothing like that. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna pull this intermediate shaft out very gently. Goes onto the cam, distributor goes up top, and then this hits the oil pump. All you Mopar guys know that one. And then this tool, I showed you this before in a lot of my other videos. I just made this. I just used the Allen key on the bottom, and then I just welded it to a long rod, and this thing works perfectly to turn this oil pump. I'm gonna check my oil one more time just to make sure. It's been a while since I've messed with this car. Yep, she's full. All right, we're good there. All right, now what I'm gonna do is prime this bad boy. Just trying to get a little bit of oil to come up out of the rockers. I like to see some oil come up out of the, which I did, come up through the tube. I started seeing it come up, now it's going back down, so we're doing good there. And then I'm gonna crank this, start turning this motor around here. Oh yeah, she's getting tight now. Getting that oil flowing real good, picking it up. Pressure gauge is starting to roll up. That's good. Man, I really just wish it would come out these rockers. We'll keep on trying. Oh yeah, we got it. That was weird, it just started coming up automatically. You see the oil in the rockers right there. Oh yeah, nice. All right. All right, we went around twice. I feel pretty good with that. The rockers on this side I was hoping the oil would come up. I never could get it up on this side of the rocker. This side of the rockers, I should say, driver's side. Passenger side, it came up real easy with the oil. So what I'll end up doing is just taking a little bit of oil and just dumping it down in there. I'm sure once I get the starter really ripping, then it'll come up, hopefully. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'll prime it up one more time. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the distributor back in it. Everything should be back to top dead center. I went around twice. I feel comfortable with that. I need to put water in it, and we can try to see if she'll fire. Well, since I don't see any oil coming up on this side of the rockers, I'm gonna just dump a little bit of racing oil down it. just so it's nice and lubed up. I'm gonna throw the valve covers back on it, and then we could see what she's gonna do. I didn't see any fuel coming up out of there, but Jaden and I just put in about 3-4 gallons, so we should be good. I really want to see if these rockers are gonna, the push rods are gonna start spinning, but of course I put that on the wrong way. But I may do that after she runs the first time, so I can at least look. Because right now I don't want oil going all over the freaking place. Alright, let's wake her up. Let's see what she's going to do. I'm not going to put no power to her right now. I just want to see if I get some fuel pulling up. I don't see no fuel coming up. Oh, there she goes. Hit the button. Alright. Alright, oh, okay. There she goes. Alright, hold up. Watch these gauges. Oh, damn it. Get the water, get the water, get the water, get the water. The water. What's frying? Got oil leaking or something? Oh yeah. Damn it. Got oil leaking, man. Oh, all I gotta say, guys, yesterday, absolute disaster. And I want to just make it clear, I don't want like me to be editing through my bloopers. So I want to tell you exactly what happened. So we fire up the 440. I want to break it in 20 minutes. I want to run this thing at least up to 2,000 to 2,500, right in there. Start bringing it down slowly. I fire her up. She fired up fairly easy. Moved the distributors, threw the timing out. I tried to get like 32 and it popped right off. Not too bad. Then got it up to about 2 grand, you know, trying to push it up to 25. TAC is giving me a hard time. Figured out I didn't have the power side hooked into the battery. It was just flopping in the wind. Okay, no problem. I stuck it in there, tack comes alive. I'm up at like $2 grand. I'm like, I want to turn it up a little more than $2 grand. And I want to run this thing for like, what do they say, like 20 minutes or something. I start seeing leaking coming out of the back of the valve cover, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop the break-in period. She's leaking, she's dripping, I hear it tapping, you know, I don't know how I hear it, but I see the smoke, that's why. It just poof, 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 and I'm like, all right, we got a little oil leak. Well, oil leak turns into a little flame turns into shut down the motor, you know, get the little fire hose. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was just enough to scare me. We get out the hose, Jaden puts it out. All right, we got to get this valve cover adjusted. I turn all the nuts around the valve cover gasket. Fire it back up again. Not leaking as bad, but I can see it's still leaking. So I get into about 5 minutes of the break-in period, freaking temperature gauge is shooting up. I'm like, oh crap, shut it down again. So now we had about probably just under 10 minutes of break-in time. Well, I put 2.5, 3 gallons in this thing. It's not in the block. So I'm thinking, oh, that's enough to get, you know, keep it cool. Wrong answer. You know, I should have left it off. Should have left the radiator cap off and started it and dumped it in there. But it's like, you know, you want to start it, you don't want to stop it. So had to stop it again, let it cool down a little bit, fill it up with another gallon or two. Took everything. It took all that water. Fired it back up for the 3rd time. She's doing fine this time. But that valve cover is just leaking still. Again, not as bad. I alleviated that pain, but she's still leaking. I look down, I got it's up on the lift. The thing it's in park, but the tires are spinning in reverse. So a linkage adjustment there, had to do that. This thing, I tell you, man, it's just been a kick and screamer, and I told you that since day one, and she has not let up yet. Minutes. I'll be honest, man, I don't like breaking in cams at all. I don't like keeping them like open like that for a long period of time, especially when you haven't ran them, and there's just all kinds of catastrophes that could happen. You hear the pinging and the popping and everything's coming to life. Ooh, it's nerve-wracking. Might start it up one more time. See if I could tone it down and just let it idle a little bit. See what she's gonna do. All right, first ride. We got our fire extinguisher, we got a thing of water, we got the gauges strapped up. I think we're ready. still running at 190. Still got 60 oil pressure, 60 psi, so we're still doing all right. I just don't want to run out of gas. Brakes suck though, man. I don't know what's up with them. Not bad, not bad. We did it, guys. 383's gone, 440's in. We took it for a test drive. Broke the engine in. Everything seemed to be hunky-dory, or the best it can be anyway. Got a little miss in her. That's just comes with the territory, working out bugs in these old things. You guys know that. We're gonna do the EFI sniper system in the next one. I still owe you guys burnouts. I don't quite want to beat the crap out of her yet, even though she deserves it, because I want to break this engine in just a little bit longer. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the build series. One more, and that'll be 6, and I never do that on one car. She's kicking and screaming, but she's gonna surrender to me. I guarantee it. Anyway. Appreciate you guys following me. Appreciate you guys following the build. My name's Brad, Poor Boy's Garage. Let them rip, not rot. Don't send them to the... Anyway, my name's Brad, Poor Boy's Garage. Let them rip, not rot. Don't send them to the crusher. No, shit. I forgot my own saying. Anyway, my name's Brad, Poor Boy's Garage. Let them rip, not rot. Keep on saving them. Don't send them to the crusher, because we hate that. And we are out.
It's a blast.